Welcome to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee Brecheen.
Hey everyone, you're listening to the Sports Scouting Report. I'm your host, Lee Brecheen. Today's show, we're starting to do more human interest stories. I'm enjoying going to the schools. I'm enjoying interviewing the players and the coaches, and I hope people are enjoying it. Today's show is going to be about St. Michael's High School and Church Point High School, a scrimmage I went to recently. Spent 5 hours at St. Michael's High School. Really glad I did. The people are phenomenal. They actually have a wonderful football field. They just don't have lights to play at night. It's a great field. I had a chance to spend some time with the head coach at St. Michael's, Zach Leger, who played at St. Michael's, and also the head coach, Arsenault, who's been at Church Point for a long time and has done a phenomenal job at Church Point. Great high school. We're going to talk about that. Before we go on the interview, I want to give my 2 cents or 1 cent toward the Saints. I know they beat Jacksonville in a preseason game. And look, Jameis Winston had a good preseason game, right? But they played the worst team in the league, probably the worst defense in the league. And it's unfortunate to see that Travis Etienne's out for the year, the Jennings native, a rookie, in his second preseason game. He's out for the year. Tough, man. Prayers go out to him and his family. I just hope he can just, come back stronger than ever before. It's tough to see a kid miss his whole rookie year. Went to Clemson, went to Jennings High School, was a running back, was an All-American. You know the story, first-round pick from Clemson. And actually was playing with his teammate from Clemson, the young quarterback who's, I think, going to struggle like all the greats. John Elway did, Terry Bradshaw, Fran Tarkenton, Dan Marino. The only one that didn't struggle, I think, was Brady. I think Tom Brady's never had a bad year, even for his rookie year with New England and now Tampa Bay. I'm going to stick with my prediction for what it's worth for the Saints. I'm going 9-7. I don't think they're going to be able to play 4 quarters with good teams. They have a good defense. The offense is not what it used to be. Michael Thomas, you don't know what's going to happen there. They've got a lot of young receivers dropping balls. I'm watching that in games. You're going to rely on Kamara too much, probably. The run game's going to be okay, but I think more balance is going to be the ticket for the Saints. Maybe a little more running than normal because you just don't have a quarterback still, I don't think, that can do 4 wide for 4 quarters against good teams. And then they're in the same division with Tampa Bay, an improved Carolina, and Atlanta. It's going to be tough. Got a tough schedule, so I'm going to go 9-7. Could become a wild card. Sometimes 9-7 teams make it. Let's go ahead and go on our interview with St. Michael's High School. I think you're going to enjoy it. Before we do that, I want to thank our sponsors, Treads and Care Tire Company in Central. Be sure to check them out on Hooper Road, Park Place Drive. Got a beautiful location. Devin Hawley, I've known him for many years. I always say that on the show, and I mean it. I've done business with those guys for many years. Also, John Harvey Toyota. They've got 3 dealerships, which means 3 times the used vehicles. Also, new vehicles. John Harvey Toyota, Harvey Subaru, or Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City. Check them out if you need a new car or used car. And also, Medine's Collision Center on Kincaid Avenue in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Be sure to give them a call if you need a paint job, any body work. They are the Baton Rouge auto body shop experts. Limited lifetime warranty on all repairs. They're your Baton Rouge accident advisors. You would call Medine's Collision Center. Great people, 357-7983. But let's go ahead and go into the interview. And I had a chance to sit down with Zach Leger. It's his first year. He's the new head coach at St. Michael's. And let's check out what Zach had to say about his football team this year.
All right, I'm at St. Michael's High School, one of the sleeper programs in Baton Rouge. I'm here with head coach Zach Leger, who was in our magazine 2003, 2002. I think 2001, Coach.
I probably was in their junior and senior year. I was an SEC recruit going through the system. So I remember those media days over at LSU in the film rooms with all the guys and running around. So kind of a full circle experience.
I've got to ask you this. So back then you played with Ruiz, who went to ULL?
I did. He was younger than me.
Titus Swarmsley's brother, Julius?
I wasn't with Julius at all.
That was a crew, though.
It was a crew. It was a great crew. We my senior year after we left, they ended up winning district. It was the first time they won district that year. It was 2003 season. And then they kind of started putting something together there little by little.
Julius still probably playing in the league somewhere.
I think he's still in the league somewhere. I'm not quite sure. We haven't kept in contact with him. But last I heard, he was with the Dolphins. I'm not sure if he's still over there or if he got picked up somewhere else.
The job the coaches did prior to you, I know that Coach Held did a great job. I know that Coach Varnado did a great job. And I know that last year, you coach, go ahead and mention your guy. He did a great job.
Oh, yeah. Joey Sanchez.
And then been around forever.
He's been around. He's an old Redemptorist guy. We had a guy before him, Coach Hutch. He was one year, came from Central. He's the one that actually got Joey to come over here. Him and Joey interviewed for the job together. And then he asked Joey to come on staff, and it was just a natural transition. Hutch is still over at Central. I talked to him the other day. He's with the linebackers. But they've all done a great job. I mean, each coach has kind of laid a different brick in the foundation, so to speak. We're a young school. We're 37 years old, I think. So we get compared to Catholic a lot, and people forget that Catholic's been around and running football for 100+ years.
Right.
So they've had a long time and a long fan base to build that, and we're still young in that game. And
They've had some decades.
We've got some. They've got several. So, and it takes time, but our kids are hungry, and we're slowly getting there. So our big push is be better, be different. We're trying to make a program cultural change here for the better and to move forward. I guess it's the best way to put it is we're tired of laying bricks. We want to start framing stuff up.
That's a good way to put it, Coach. And I've been coming here for many years, but St. Michael's had some good teams. I mean, I've always looked at St. Michael's as a team that's always overachieved, maximized, tough.
We're always on the cusp. We're at the top of that hill, and there always seems to be something. But we've put together some crews. I think it was Varnado's first year, maybe Eric's last. They went 9-1 that year, and got out of the first round, and I think lost to Parkview in the quarterfinals. And every year after that, we've put it together. I've been here 5. This will be my 5th year coaching. We've always been able to put it together and get a decent draw. We gotta get ourselves to that next level.
I want to mention some of your seniors. You got a good group of seniors: Dawson Lee, Trey McCain, Seth Dozier. Phillip Hines is a really good player for you. Gannon Wood, a leader, plays both sides of the ball.
He is.
Alexander Henderson or Alex Henderson.
Alex Henderson has been starting for us since he was a freshman.
Nicholas Johnson's got something to him. I like him.
That's a special kid right there.
He's got something to him, Zach. What is it? I mean, watching film, tough, strong, committed, faster than he's timed.
He is just – it's hard to put into words and talk about what he does. He's a kid that we define him as an athlete when we talk about positions. We don't really quantify him as he doesn't fit a mold. He's been our starting quarterback. He's been our starting safety. He's been a starting running back, halfback, special teams guy. It clicks with him. Yeah. And it clicks with him more than just football. He's student council. I think he's a chaplain this year. He's been part of that group for 4 years, and he's the type of guy you want 15 and 20 of that they understand it. The work ethic's there. Undeniable.
If he wants to, I think he'd be a steal 1AA guy. I mean,
I think he could definitely go to the next level and really make a difference. Hopefully somebody gives him a shot and looks at him because, like you said, what's on paper is not what the kid is.
Right. Another kid that's like that for you that I've watched for 3 years, I think this is his 4th year to start, LaDamian Dixon.
LaDamian Dixon.
Big D tackle.
Big D tackle. 1,600 plus 4 lift total. 600 in the squat. Heavy bench. Really good in the deadlift.
Excuse me.
he put together some massive numbers. We threw out a bunch of it on Twitter this summer when we were doing lift days. And I think he gets underlooked because he's shorter than your typical D tackle.
Right.
But he's a young kid. He's strong. He's hungry, and that's the way he put it. He's a good kid. He's a good classroom kid. He's smart. His brother was smart. His brother was a great track athlete for me. His youngest brother's here now as a freshman. So he's another one of those guys that if somebody gave him the time of day, I mean, they'd be pleasantly pleased with him.
He's got a great motor for a guy 270, 260.
Yeah, I mean, he can go for a big guy, and he pushes himself past that limit.
Some great guys in the system that I like. Gavin Abair, James Balart.
James Balart, yep.
Drake Mason.
Yep.
Colin Beasley.
Yeah.
Those are some really good program guys.
They are program guys. I mean, this 16 group of seniors we got are just we keep telling them that they've got the ability to have a special year. Drake's played corner and wide receiver for us for 3 or 4 years now, and he's going to be mainly a defensive guy for us, but somebody we can throw in there. Dawson Lee has come out of nowhere with basketball. This is his second year, but he's probably one of the top guys on this program out at corner and wide receiver. Good height, good fit, good mold. And I think his power clean was 255 for a guy that plays basketball. I mean, tall and lanky wide receiver. You
don't hear that much.
No.
Did you do that when you were in your 260s weight in high school?
Power clean was probably my worst lift ever. It was not a 225, maybe something like that. I mean, I never got up there.
45 pounds.
Oh yeah, I mean, some of these guys lift a great amount of weight, and it's just a testament to their work ethic.
Talk about. I know you have a scrimmage today. I'm going to be at the scrimmage Church Point. A similar team.
Very
Two
similar.
Different cities, but very known for being gritty. Mm-hmm. I call it the gritty scrimmage.
I love it. Yeah, we picked them up. It was a blessing.
Arsenault does a great job.
He does a great job. They run a little wing tee action. So we're kind of familiar with that. We've run it in the past, so our defense should be able to recognize some of those things. But yeah, they're kind of forgotten back there out in Church Point. They're off the highway, and it's funny. I used to grow up passing that high school when I was a kid. My grandmother lived out that way, and so we go visit her. So it's kind of interesting that's who we're playing. But yeah, good country kids, gritty, strong. 9-1 last year, lost in the semis to a state champion.
They got a big senior class.
Yeah, they got a big senior class coming back. So
big D-line.
I think they're returning 9 out of 11 on defense.
Good little test.
So it's going to be a good little test. Yeah.
Coach, anything you want to mention about St. Michael's High School? Anything going on, facilities, anything that you'd want to throw out? Any sports programs, anything you...
No, I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. A little sleeper program in Baton Rouge. People don't realize we're back here in Shenandoah for a high school. Yeah. Just got a brand new multi-purpose facility. Our guys are headed right there for a walkthrough right now. Our new president, Jack Nelson, is doing a great job with trying to update everything and just kind of expand us where we can. This scrimmage means a lot to a lot of people. It's probably the first time in a decade we've played a varsity scrimmage here.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah. I've been here 6 years. We never played one.
Wow.
To my knowledge, I don't think Eric and them ever played one here. I could be wrong, but I mean, you're somewhere in at least probably 6 to 10 years we've had a varsity happening here. So the parents are thrilled. The kids are thrilled. The field looks good. So we're excited about it.
Anything cool you want to mention? This would be pretty neat. I know you can't mention every dad, but any dad that helped you stripe the field today?
Chad Mason and his crew and Greg Wood and their crew. They are amazing.
You need those dads.
You got to have those dads. There's a few of them.
They don't get paid. They just hear.
No, they don't get paid.
The love of the game.
There's a ton of them. Jason McCann and Mr. Beal and all these guys. I mean, they've been at it since last Sunday. Coming every couple of days, touching up, striping, painting, making sure it looks good for those boys.
Weekends.
Yep, they're underpaid, but definitely appreciated for sure.
Talk about the big lineman from St. Michael's that is doing well in Texas right now.
Oh, God, yeah.
You got a big-time tackle that just filled out late. I loved him in high school.
He did. He was great in high school. He left the year after I came.
SMU now?
He's at SMU now. His name escapes me. If you wouldn't have said it, I could have told you. But he was at McNeese for a while. Wasn't really a good fit for him there. Took some time off. Got himself together and exploded in size and strength. And he's over in South SMU right now, doing great. I think he's a senior now.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken, I think he might be preseason all conference.
About 310 now, 6'5". We're gonna get this. I'm gonna pull it up, but I loved him when he was here. He was around 240, 235.
Yeah, he was. He was a great kid. I remember watching football on him, watching film on him when I came in, and I was like, man, who is that guy? Where's he at? And they were like, he just graduated. I was like, dang.
And y'all have had a lot of kids like that come out of St. Michael's.
We've had some good kids. We got one right now that doesn't play football that a lot of people don't realize, AJ Fletcher. He's in the UFC circuit, and he's about to have a Las Vegas match, and he's a St. Michael grad, and he's doing great things over there, and he was a football player for us. We had another one, McGarner, who went and played a little D2, D3 ball over in Texas.
Bo Morse.
Bo Morse, yes, that's our SMU guy. Now that I could see his face the whole time.
6'6" now, 310,
6'6", 310. I mean,
went to Blinn College for a little bit.
He left McNeese, went to Blinn, got together, and then got over there at SMU and has been wrecking shop. So
he's number 78 for SMU guys that are listening to the show. Number 78. He's an offensive lineman. He's a senior.
Out of Baton Rouge.
And has a chance to be drafted.
He does. Would
that be the first St. Michael's drafted?
No, Wormsley, I think. I don't know if Titus got drafted or he walked on, but I think Titus was the first, and Julius were the first pro guys that I know of. And then we had Jacob Evans, who was in football, but he was basketball. He got drafted, but I mean, he'd be definitely in the beginnings. That's for sure.
Well, Jacob Evans looked good at Vandy.
He did,
and I'm like, whoa! I know LSU can't get them all, but that was
he went to Cincinnati.
I'm thinking of another kid that's at Vanderbilt, and I want to say if it's not St. Michael's.
Wasn't one of ours, but he might have come out of the system that was around here. But no, Jacob Evans went to Cincinnati.
He did great.
He did great over there. He got drafted by Golden State for a while, and then he's bounced around different places. So, but he's doing good. I mean, we've got a lot of great kids back here. We just don't always get the looks.
Well, that's why I'm here today.
I appreciate it.
I wanted to take time, and people say, where are you going? You going to go see West Monroe? You going to go see Shaw? You going to go see? I'm like, no, I'm going to go to St. Michael's.
St. Michael Church Point, man. It's going to be a heck of a game today.
It's going to be a good scrimmage, and ready to take it in. And this show, we might have a little bit after the scrimmage from Coach Arsenault.
Yeah.
Make it a good little show.
Try to get some players for y'all to talk to for sure.
And after practice, we'll do that. I know the guys are trying to get ready for their scrimmage.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate you taking the time.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thanks, Coach.
We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have more of an interview with me, Lee Brecheen, and Zach Leger, the head football coach at St. Michael's. Later in the show, we're going to have an interview with Tookie Johnson, the new baseball coach at St. Michael's. He was a former LSU All-SEC performer, and we got a great story about Tookie Johnson, the new baseball coach at St. Michael's, and much more later in the show. We'll be right back. Listen, whatever you're driving right now, Tommy Harvey wants it. Bring it in to Harvey Subaru, Lexus of Shreveport, Bossier City, or John Harvey Toyota. They're paying big bucks for all trades right now. They'll cut you a check right there. Tell them Lee sent you. Welcome back. I hope you're enjoying the show. I think the interview with Zach Leger, what a great young guy. I think he's doing phenomenal things. I had a chance to see him in action as a coach. They got a real good staff. They got about 30 more players out than the norm. They're actually 30 more on the roster, which they're pushing 60, 70 kids, which is a lot for St. Michael's, which is an improvement. The atmosphere's there. You can feel the support of the parents are there. The kids, they have a good senior class. I think they're a sleeper team that can do some damage this year because no one's taking them serious. You know, the pressure's not on them. It's on everybody else, the bigger schools. You know, the Catholic Highs, the Zacharys, the Scotlandvilles, you know, the U-Highs. The pressure's on those teams. We're going to take another break, and when we come back, I'm going to introduce Tookie Johnson, who I ran into. Man, that was a treat. He tells a great story about Britt Laxton. They're both from New Jersey. We'll talk about that when we come back. If you need a paint job or repairs to your vehicle, go see Madine's Collision Center located in Baton Rouge, Louisiana on Kincaid Avenue. The number to call is 357-7983. That's 357-7983. Your Baton Rouge Accident Advisors. Welcome back. You're listening to the Sports Scouting Report. I'm your host, Lee Brecheen. Our topic today is basically St. Michael's and Church Point High School. And I actually got a gift the other day when I was there. I ran into Tookie Johnson, who used to play baseball for LSU. He was one of the great players from New Jersey. And I had a chance to meet him in person finally and talk to him. What a great guy. I mean, remember Alden Cartwright, that when he was at Runnels, he coached him. He was at Runnels for over 25 years as the baseball coach. Now he's the new baseball coach at St. Michael's. But check this interview out with Tookie Johnson in the parking lot at St. Michael's the other day. A great story about Brett Laxton and how he helped Skip Burtman sign Brett Laxton because they're both from New Jersey. Check this out. I'm here with former Tiger Tookie Johnson, new baseball coach at St. Michael's High School. Tookie, it's hot today.
No, I think it's more baseball weather than it is football weather.
How hot is New Jersey? That's where you're from, right, Coach?
You know, strangely enough, yeah, August and September are pretty hot months.
In Jersey.
Yeah, and I remember that from being in football camp and football, when I was in high school. But those are pretty hot months. And we do have some humidity. We're right on the Atlantic Ocean, but nothing like down here.
Congrats being at St. Michael's. Great job at Runnels. You were there 20-plus years. Did a great job. Can you tell a little bit about the story? And we can edit whatever you don't want to use. We're going to edit this. But Brett Laxton, being a part, you were already a part of the LSU baseball team.
Yes.
Brett Laxton's story when he was in high school.
Yeah, I was a student assistant coach at LSU the year after I finished playing. And I had to fly up to New Jersey for a wedding. And Coach Bergman pulled me aside and said, well, you're up there. We need you to talk to this pitcher at Audubon High School named Brett Laxton. So I did. So I went up there and I made an appointment with the school and got him out of class and talked to him. And, I remember distinctly I was wearing my national championship ring and had my hand on the table. And I don't think he took his eyes off that ring the entire time. And next thing I know, I think he committed about a week or two later.
He was like, yeah, I want one of those.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the new baseball coach at LSU?
Oh, I think he's going to do a great job. I really do. I remember watching Arizona play toward the end of this year, and it was the first time I had seen, him coach and his teams, for any length of period. And I remember telling one of my sons who was watching the game, I said, I really like this guy. I really like the way his teams play, and I think he's going to do a fantastic job.
Tookie, thanks for doing this. I know you're helping with the football team today for the scrimmage against Church Point, and people don't realize that you got dual jobs here. Everybody helps everybody.
Oh, you have to in high school.
Yeah,
you have to in high school. Everybody helps everybody out, and the more people on and helping these kids, the better.
Thank you, Tookie. Congratulations being at St. Michael's, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I hope you enjoyed that with Tookie Johnson. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, I've got interviews with recruits from St. Michael's and Church Point from the scrimmage. I had to stick around and interview the kids after the scrimmage. We'll be right back. Be sure to take your car and truck for all your tire needs to Treads and Care Tire Company located in Central. The number to call is 331-8144. Family owned and operated since 1971. That's Treads and Care Tire Company. Welcome back. You listen to the Sports Scouting Report. I'm your host, Lee Brecheen. I hope you're enjoying the show. I love going to the schools. I can't go to every school every day or every school in a week. I'm one guy, but I really appreciate people saying they're liking the show. And I'm hearing kids say it, moms and dads, and of all ages all over the state. But this segment is me interviewing recruits from two teams from St. Michael's High School and Church Point High School. And let me tell you their names. There was 3 kids that I was able to interview after the game. Phillip Hines, Gannon Wood, actually 4, Gannon Wood, Nicholas Johnson, and James Balart. They're all seniors coming up. They're all 222 kids. I think all 4 kids will go to college. I don't know if they're all going to play football, but they're all really great kids. And I was able to grab one Church Point player, the sleeper, Camden Maroon. Remember this name. He's 6'5", 255, offensive tackle with a 26 ACT. He talks about hog hunts with his dad. And we interview all these kids. What's so cool about this, we interview all the St. Michael's kids with the Church Point kid at the field after the scrimmage. Check this out. All right, I'm here at St. Michael's High School at probably the largest attended scrimmage I've ever seen at St. Michael's. And I've got 4 of their seniors, Nicholas Johnson, right? Gannon Wood, James Balart, right? And also our baseball guy. Tell me your full name.
Phillip Hines.
Phillip Hines, who might play football or baseball in college, right?
That's
We've got 4 senior leaders here. Guys, whoever wants to speak first, Nicholas, what do you think of Scrimmage Day? It was hot, but a lot of people here.
I mean, it's been something that we've had in the books for a long time, you know. We haven't had many people even come out to watch a game here for football in a long time, according to Coach. Since he's played here, there ain't been that many people to show up.
Looked like 300 people here.
I mean, that's something special. You can tell that we got a lot of people rooting behind us, a lot of people wishing the best for us, and especially after competing with a team like this who made it to the semis last year, we got a lot in store for this year.
Gannon, what's it like playing with these seniors and going into this season? We're about to kick it off.
It's awesome.
Awesome.
That's right.
We got good teammates. I think we could do very good this year.
Still leaning to go to Nicholls State as a student?
Possibly, yeah.
All right, that'll make your dad's day saying that. Your dad was a colonel. James, what do you feel? How do you like going into your senior year?
Oh man, we're hungry right now. We had a great showing. We just had the scrimmage. A lot of things that were good. A lot of things to fix too. We're just ready to get back at it. And you know, last year we didn't really get as much of a chance with COVID and all that. So this year we're just so excited to get back on the field.
Phillip, what was it like going against another tough team that was only about a minute away from going to state title game last year?
You know, Coach said he said they're going to be a great team. They're going to be physical, and we just came ready, and we're ready for them.
I thought it was a great scrimmage, man. I thought y'all held your own against a great team out of Church Point High School.
Yes, sir.
And you're one of the big sleepers. I'm glad you walked over here. I've got to take your picture and everything. But Coach talked about, tell everybody your full name.
I'm Camden Maroon.
You're going to be a senior coming up.
Yes, sir.
Well, when I talked to your coach 4 months ago, you were 6'3", 215. Now you're 6'5", 255.
Yes,
What
sir.
happened, man?
All I did was eat and work out all summer long. That is literally all I did. Eat, sleep, and work out.
All right, the guys from St. Michael's will love this. I found out that you like the hog hunt.
I love it.
And I heard your dad chased a 300-pound hog with a knife. Is that true?
He didn't chase it. He's too fat for that. But
Now, I heard that y'all are not – I mean, y'all do this for fun, right?
Uh-huh.
Pretty good
He
at
actually caught that behind my grandpa's house.
These guys don't see the hogs like you do, but is it normal for you to kill 4, 5, 6 of these in a day?
Oh, yeah. You go, and on a good evening, you'll get 6, 7.
Wow. These guys are like, what?
Hey, we got deer back here.
Do you?
Yeah.
Feel free, bro. Come take care of them.
Do you? What's the biggest hog you've killed?
It's probably close to 370.
Cool. Horns, the whole deal?
No, this one wasn't. No, it was barred. So they cut it and they released it, and they always get bigger.
Okay.
So
you don't get around them with their babies, though, right? They get mad. That's not the way to. But that's interesting. These guys probably think that's pretty cool. Anyway, you're going to be recruited now as a senior. You're going to be an O-line, an offensive tackle.
Yeah.
You play a little D-line.
Yes, sir.
We're going to take your picture. I know you guys are ready to go eat, right? So good scrimmage. I'm glad I was here since 3 o'clock. And good luck to everybody.
So thank you.
All right. That ends our interview today with all the kids at St. Michael's, Church Point, Coach Leger. I had a chance. I wasn't able to get an interview with Coach Arsenault, but we had him on about 2 months ago, and I wasn't able to get him before the scrimmage. And you know, if you're a coach listening, you don't bother coaches before the scrimmage. I actually interviewed Zach Leger a few hours before that day. But, you know, these kids were ready to get off the field and go eat. It was hot. Well, let me tell you, I want to thank everybody at St. Michael's for being such great host, for giving me water all day long. It was super hot out there. It felt like 200 degrees, but I loved every minute of it. I really did. And I think Church Point is going to be another team that competes to go to a semifinal game, maybe a championship game. And I think St. Michael's is one of the sleeper teams in Baton Rouge. I really do feel that way. And they have a young quarterback that's going to be special. They've got some really good young guys to mix with their big senior class. They don't have a lot of D1 kids, but they got a lot of tough kids, you know, kids that would just fight and compete. And I was impressed with St. Michael's, what they did in the scrimmage. By not letting Church Point score, I think maybe once the whole day, maybe twice. And this is a team that went to the semis. They were one game away. They were like 1 minute away from beating Madison Prep to go to the state championship game last year. Madison, who won the game, ends up winning it all. Two great programs. I was really glad to be able to be a part of that recently, and I'm glad I could share this with the public, and I hope you enjoyed the show. I'm going to end the show today, and I want to say that our magazine should be getting into the homes of all our pre-subscribers. Anybody that bought magazines 2 days ago, like prior to Monday of this week, should be getting their magazine Wednesday or Thursday of this week. And then we'll start getting them to some of the stores that we have the early next week. And if you know anybody that has a grocery store or a gas station that's owned locally that might want to carry some magazines, let me know. If it's a place that you think would sell them, get that person to call me, or we can do that. Or just go to the website, lafootballmagazine.com, and you can pre-order a North copy, a South copy, or a digital copy. And all digital copies will go out by the end of the week. And I hope you enjoyed the show again.
Thanks for listening to the Sports Scouting Report podcast with Lee Brecheen.